program, a small kirtan. You can repeat after me. Om Dhyana Virandasya Dhanatya Shlakaya Chachurmukhamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Vishnuprishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh Sanyavadi Bhashyati Nistane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya-dāsa Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are going to sing a small kirtan, just the 4 lines of what has been composed by Giriraj Govardhana. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. So I'll sing slowly, you can just repeat after me, so that we get the mood of Vrindavan. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. All glories to Radha Krishna. And the divine forest of Vrindavana. All glories to the sweet presiding deity. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Manohana. All glories to Shamakunda, Radhakunda, Govardhana Hill and the Yamuna River, Kalindi. All glories to the great forest known as Mahavana, where Krishna and Balaram displayed all their beautiful childhood pastimes. So, what are we going to do today for the next 45 minutes to an hour maximum? We are going to transport our consciousness to Vrindavan. So, we are going to forget for the next 1 hour that we are in Kanaiyyadesh. It's Kanaiyyadesh, but we are going to transport our consciousness to Vrindavan and to Govardhana. So we are going to do a virtual Parikrama. So Krishna is a combination of two things. What is that? Greatness and sweetness. About greatness, when Krishna showed his Virat Rupa, what did Arjuna see? Arjuna saw so many faces, so many eyes, so many mouths, fire emanating. He saw all the Kauravas going into the mouth. So that shows the greatness of the Supreme Lord, because everything is contained within him. What about sweetness? Whatever activities that he performed in Braj, whether stealing butter, whether crying for milk, whether playing with monkeys, all these aspects shows the sweetness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. So Krishna's pastimes, I have to go a bit fast because we don't have time. Krishna's pastimes are bucketed into 4 age groups. And what are the 4 age groups? Kaumara, Pauganda, Kaishora and Yavana. So, when Krishna was in the age group of Pauganda, he lifted the Govardhana hill for how many days and how many nights? 7 days and 7 nights. That too it is said, he used his left hand, little finger, and Acharyas further say it is actually the nail on which the Govardhana was actually balanced. Right? That again shows the greatness and at the same time sweetness. Greatness because he was able to lift a huge mountain. And the sweetness is because he wanted to reciprocate his love to the Brajvasis. The Vatsalya Gopis, the Madhurya Gopis, the Gopas, his Gopa friends, everyone. Because they were completely surrendered unto him. What did they say? Krishna, you please take care of us. We don't have anyone else to go. We are completely surrendered unto him. So when this was told, what Krishna said? Main hu na. Don't worry. He gave the beautiful assurance. That is why, although this pastime happened 5,000 years back, we still keep glorifying it time and time again. And especially when we actually go, when we do the Golden Parikrama, we really feel the presence of Krishna, how he has actually saved the Vrajvasis. So we are going to start the virtual Parikrama now. So this is the beautiful map of Brajmandal. So you can see the river in between. Which is the river? Ganga, right? Very good. Everybody saw that. So it's a Yamuna river, and on the right hand side you can see so many beautiful places like Raval, Gokul, Dvij, Mahavan, then Manasarovar, Bilavan, Bhadravan, etc. And on the other side you see Vrindavan, very close to the Yamuna river, and you can see Govardhan. You can see the big circle, right? So that is the Govardhan. So this is the map of Rajmandal, where you can see how the Govardhan Parvat is actually positioned. So this is the actual Govardhan Parikrama, where we start from a place called Dan Ghati. So there are so many places here. First of all, covering this in a 45-minute lecture is impossible. That's number one. And secondly, there are so many places where so many different beautiful pastimes have happened by Lord Krishna, and you take at least 3 to 4 classes, and each class should be at least for 2 hours. So we are actually giving an executive summary of what we have actually experienced. So we start with Dan Ghati and we will end with Dan Ghati. So it makes a complete circle or oval, as the case may be. So this is actually in a kind of an oval shape. So there are very, very beautiful places. There are so many kundas that are there. There are so many temples that are there. So we will actually go through some of them in more detail. So before we start this, let us recite a prayer. Please repeat after me. Namaste Girirajaya. Namaste Girirajaya. Govardhana Namine. Govardhana Namine. Ashesha Keshana Ashaya. Ashesha Keshana Ashaya. Paramananda Dhayine. Paramananda Dhayine. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the King of Mountains, whose name is Govardhan. Ashesha Keshana Ashaya. Paramananda Dhayine. He destroys unlimited miseries and bestows the highest bliss. So at this juncture, let us actually pray very sincerely to the Supreme Lord, who is Govardhan himself, that he actually removes all our miseries. We have Adhyatmic, Adibaulik, Adidevic, Kleshas that we experience all the time. So to this prayer with all sincerity, let the Supreme Lord protect us and protect our consciousness. So, why this mountain, why this Parvat is called as Govardhan? So, if we split the word Govardhan into 2 parts, the first part is what? Go. And the second part is Vardhan. Vardhan means what? Vardhan means nourishment. And Go has 2 meanings. One meaning is called cow. Go Mata. Right? One is cow and other one is the senses. It's the Indriyas. So, Govardhan actually nourishes the cows by providing very, very nice, rich grass. So cow is actually very important. And Srila Prabhupada always used to say that if we have a cow and ox, everything is actually taken care of. With cow, what do we get? We get nice milk. What else do we get? We get nice butter. We get nice ghee. We get nice paneer. Right? The modern version. Children love paneer, right? Right? You like paneer? Yeah, see, yes. Yeah, paneer. And what else? And we get all form of nice cheese. It all comes from Govardhan. So, Govardhan nourishes our senses too, because we can be completely focused in Krishna. Nama, Krishna Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela are all same. So when we actually meditate on the Supreme Lord, our consciousness is getting purified all the time. And there are so many beautiful pastimes that have happened by Krishna with the gopis and the Gopa friends. So here, all must be curious as to what is the origin of Giriraj. So once what had happened, Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, they were actually doing the rasa dance. And they were actually now completely in a very ecstatic mood. And suddenly, Srimati Radharani said, if you are pleased with my love, if you are pleased with my love, if you are pleased with the love of the gopis, if you are actually pleased with the beautiful forest around us, if you are very pleased with the rasa dance which is actually happening now, please fulfill the desire of my heart. So Krishna said, I am here only to satisfy you. I am here to satisfy anything. So what was the requirement of Srimati Radharani? She wanted a very beautiful place where the entire pastimes can actually happen. So, Lord Krishna closed his eyes. He is called as Yogeshwara. Why Krishna is called as Yogeshwara? He is? Sorry? He is an Ishwar and he has all the mystic power. So whatever he wants, he can manifest. So he was actually deeply contemplating from his heart as to what best place is well suited for Srimati Radharani, the gopis, my Gopa friends, a place where the pastimes can be nicely carried out. So at that point of time, what had happened? A small pebble came out of his heart. That pebble slowly started growing into a stone, and that stone became a beautiful mountain. So it is said that this particular Giriraj Govardhana is actually a manifestation from the heart of Lord Krishna to his beloved Srimati Radharani. So this Govardhana has got 100 peaks. It's called as Shaka Shringa. So it has beautiful caves, it has got beautiful waterfalls, it has beautiful trees, it has beautiful gardens, plants, everything. So it is so serene to look at it. You know? So when we go to a nice resort, for example, how is our consciousness? It is very peaceful, right? It's very pleasant, right? Because we are not disturbed by the pollution, by the noise, etc. Everything is so natural, everything is so accommodative that we can actually focus on whatever we want to do. So similarly, this place, Govardhan, has got all these beautiful elements whereby Lord Krishna can carry out his Leela in a very, very beautiful way. So then what had happened when Krishna decided to descend to this material world and he was planning to do so, Srimati Radharani said, what did she say? What did she say? She said, if you want me to come, I want this Govardhan, I want Yamuna river, and I want Vrindavan to be manifest in this material world. Only in that condition, I will come. So again, Krishna had to again fulfill the desires of Srimati Radharani of transporting this Govardhan hill from Goloka Vrindavan to this material world. So again, Giriraj is a gift by Lord Krishna to Srimati Radharani. So Govardhan is then acknowledged throughout the Vedic scriptures to be the most sacred mountain. Most sacred mountain in the, not only in this material world, in the three worlds. And all great mountains, when Govardhan descended to the material world, they all came to give their humble obeisances, saying that you are Giriraj. Raj means what? King. Giri is mountain. Giriraj Govardhan, you are actually the king of mountains, and is also considered as a crown jewel of Braj. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Braj in 1515, he refused to climb on the Govardhan hill because it is none other than Krishna himself. So at the time of Annakut ceremony, Krishna declared that he was not different from Govardhan. He said, Aham Govardhanosmi. What did he say? Aham Govardhanosmi. Which means that he and Govardhan are non-different. So it is very important that we give our humble obeisances to Giriraj Govardhan. So, if you look at the map, the shape of Giri Govardhan is like a peacock, where the peacock's face is actually the Kusum Sarovar, peacock's neck is Mansi Ganga, the mouth is Mukharavinda, the two eyes Radhakund and Shamkund, the ears are Vara Pakhara, the beginning of the tail is Balramastali, the end of the tail is Punchari Kunda. So there are different kundas that are across the entire Govardhan. So if you just see the map, it looks like as if a peacock is actually standing. See, look at this. Giriraj Govardhan ki. So this is the actual picture that was taken to see how graceful Govardhan looks like. So the Govardhan Leela took place. Why? One is to eliminate the pride of Indra. And second one is again to provide an assurance, because Lord Krishna has mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita that Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhaktya Pranashati. So his devotee will never perish. So in order to give that assurance, he is doing this lila much beforehand. Because this lila happened when Krishna was 7 years, and Bhagavad Gita was recited when Krishna was how many years? Close to 100 years. Right? So he is giving an assurance much before. Because otherwise what will say? People might say, Krishna, you are telling this, you may not give this assurance. So he is giving the assurance and then he is giving the Bhagavad Gita so that people will establish faith in this beautiful grantha. So when the mountain was lifted, when Govardhana was lifted, Krishna reciprocated simultaneously with everyone. With the Gopi mothers, with the Vatsalya Gopis, with the Madhurya Gopis, with Gopa friends, everyone. And the engagement was so beautiful that everybody was thinking that Krishna is actually focusing on them. So this is the beauty part of it. So here the glories of Govardhan is as follows. So here Lord Vishnu is eternally, he manifests. He is staying in Govardhan. Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Lakshmi ji, everybody is in Govardhan. And by staying in Govardhan for 1 month, one attains a pious result many millions of times greater than the result of giving charity in gold in Malaya Hills. So just imagine, you might give so much of charity, but just you will not do anything. Just 1 month of stay in Govardhan, you will get that kind of a benefit. A benefit is something which is similar to what we experience in Kartik month. In Kartik month, when we actually give 1 tulsi leaf to Lord Krishna, Damodar, what is it equivalent to? Giving thousands of cows in charity. So the same result is attained simply by seeing Govardhan Hill. No other holy place is as sacred as Govardhan Hill. So one is staying, one is seeing, and one is the establishment that the Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, Shivji and Lakshmi ji are permanent residents of Govardhan Hill. And by going on pilgrimage to Govardhan Hill, one attains piety 10 million times greater than the piety he would attain by going on a pilgrimage to Kanaiyyadesh and Devati. And finally, this never was or never will be ever a holy place equal to Govardhan Hill. So Govardhan Hill is so sacred that at least once in our lifetime we have to carry out the Parikrama to actually experience this kind of a blissful feeling that Lord Krishna himself is there in a Shila form, in a stone form, who's there, and if you actually contemplate very deeply, you can actually feel the presence of Lord Krishna and his beautiful associates. So now we will start the actual Parikrama. So is everybody ready? Yes. Is everybody ready? Yes. Very nice. So we will start the Parikrama now. So there are different types of Parikrama that we can do. We want to now, let us choose what kind of Parikrama we want to do. Anybody is interested to know what are the 6 types of Parikrama that we can do? Yes. And then we can collectively make a decision, because all of us have to go together. Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, very good. So first is walking Parikrama. Walking Parikrama is the easiest. There's one more easy than walking Parikrama. What is the Parikrama? Rickshaw Parikrama. So happily we can sit on the rickshaw or Toto. You know what's a Toto? Battery operated vehicle. And happily say, I have done the Parikrama very nicely. But Krishna always believes in what? Hard work. The 2 fingers shot. What does that mean? One is our hard work, our effort, and other one is Krishna's mercy. So here, little effort is required for us to realize, right? We are all so used to nice air-conditioned environment. It is very hot. It's too hot. I can't walk. Today's children always keep saying that, right? So we have to do the effort. So one is a walking Parikrama. Okay? Keep it in mind. Then we have to decide. We have to make a decision. Otherwise we cannot proceed. Second one is Doodh Parikrama. We have to carry many liters of milk. We have to carry pot, and we can put one small hole so that around the 21 kilometer of Parikrama, milk has to go because it is actually an offering to the Supreme Lord. First is which parikrama? Walking parikrama. Second one is Bhoot parikrama. Third one is Shoni Seva parikrama, where we have to take the broomstick and keep cleaning the areas around the Govardhan mountain. What does that cleaning represent? Cleaning our hearts. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has done that. Right? Cheto Darpana Marjana. Right? So that is the third one. We have to keep our broomstick ready. Fourth one, Dandavat Parikrama. We cannot walk. We have to do Dandavat, keep doing Dandavat and do the entire 21 kilometers. And next one, couple Dandavat Parikrama. Whereby husband will do Dandavat first and from that point, the Mataji will do it. From that point, husband will do it. So it's a couple Dandavat Parikrama. And the last one is the easiest. In the same place, you have to do 108 times and you have to complete it. So now which one we want to do? Let us all collectively decide. Toto is not here. Toto is not in the option. Multiple choice question. When we have, there are 4 choices. The student who is writing the exam will look at the 5th choice. The choice is not all there. So Toto is out of the question. So which one we want to choose? Rickshaw. See, we have to make a consensus. Otherwise, we cannot go for this one. Okay, how many of you want to do walking parikrama? Very poor majority. So we do walking parikrama. Okay, other parikramas seem to be very difficult, right? Doing one Dandavat itself, probably my back is paining most of the time. You know, so much of repair is there. Shoulder repair, back repair, leg repair, hand repair. So many repairs are there. So we do walking parikrama, and we did. When we did, it took us only 10 hours. How many hours? 10 hours. Only 10 hours. But if you are very healthy and fit, you can do it in how many hours?
6 to 8.
6 to 8 hours. That is the standard. We took 2 hours extra because we were taking our pictures, we were relaxing, taking some fruits, you know. So we were doing. So it took us 10 hours. Okay, very good. So these are the different types of parikramas. You can see the last picture there. That is the 108 Dandavat parikrama. So you will have 108 stones. So you will have to keep on putting for the count. This one is husband-wife parikrama. Other one is the normal Dandavat parikrama, and the first one is walking parikrama. So there are people, and there was one Babaji who is doing the 108 Dandavat parikrama. It took him 8 years to complete Govardhan parikrama. How many years? 8 years. So he used to, cover about roughly how many kilometers? It's 21 kilometers. So 3 kilometers on an average, right? So that is the intensity with which some of the Brajvasis actually take this whole parikrama so seriously. Okay. So now let's go to Dhangati. So let us do our humble obeisances. So you can see Manohar and Subhadra is trying to do Dandavat Pranam, and Ambika Mataji is trying to give pose for the picture. So let us do Dandavat Parikrama and start the Dhangati. So what is the Dhangati Mandir? It explains. Srimati Radharani, she used to have butter and milk, and she used to go to the other side of Yamuna to sell. So what she used to sell? I have 2 liters of Krishna, I have 4 liters of Madhava, I have 8 liters of Govinda. So she used to sell curd, butter, milk, ghee by attributing to Krishna because her consciousness was completely in Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. So here, at this point, Krishna used to collect taxes. So when Lalita and Vishaka used to challenge Krishna, who are you to collect the taxes? You know what Krishna used to say? I am the king of Braj and you better give me the taxes. So this is the place where this Dhangati, the place where they used to collect taxes, and Radharani, Srimati Radharani used to give something to Krishna, you know, in order for her to pursue her other activities. So it's a very beautiful place. So similarly, if Srimati Radharani wants to pick a flower, Sri Krishna claims to be the garden's proprietor and prohibits her to pick the flower. And this place is called as Kila Kinchita. You know, so this shyness arising due to Krishna's prohibition. You know, it's between a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Girlfriend wants to do something, boyfriend is always saying, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. So the girl feels very shy as to how to react, and the boyfriend is not cooperating. So similarly, Krishna used to always tease Srimati Radharani. So this is a very beautiful place. So on the way, we have Bajrangabali, Hanumanji ki. And this is a side review of the Govardhan hill. So there we are ready to walk. The temperature was around 11-12 degrees in the morning. We started this Parikrama at around 6 o'clock in the morning. So if you see, except Anand, everybody was actually wearing some kind of, okay, there are 2 or 3 Prabhujis also. They are not fully protected, but it was very cold. So you can see all through the place, you can see calves and very, very nice monkeys. So next one is a Sankarshan Kund. Sankarshan Kund is actually, who's Sankarshan? He's actually Balramji. So there's a very beautiful place, beautiful temple called Sankarshan Kund. The temple has been established near the Kund. And this deity was actually installed by Vajranabha. Who's Vajranabha? Vajranabha, the grandson of Lord Krishna. And the devotees from the Sri Sampradaya, they actually adore this temple a lot, and many of them come to visit this beautiful temple. And many saints have wonderful pastimes associated with the nice temple. So this place is called what? Sankarshan Kund. So remember all this. There will be a quiz at the end of the session. Okay? Okay or no? Yes. Haribol. Haribol means we can either say yes or no. Right? Okay. Next one. So there are so many calves, beautiful calves that are there, which gives you a lot of engagement. Then this is the Parikrama mark. So you will never get lost in when you are actually doing the Govardhan Parikrama, because there are a lot of signboards to say where you are exactly proceeding. Then this is a very nice, beautiful temple called the Punchari Kalota Baba Mandir. Who is this Punchari Kalota Baba Mandir? This Punchari Kalota is a very good friend of Lord Krishna. So Krishna, when Akrura came to pick up Krishna and Balramji from Vrindavan to Mathura to meet his uncle, that time what has happened, this friend came and said that Krishna, when are you going to come? So what Krishna said? I'll come tomorrow. So he said, okay, till such time you come, I am not going to eat my food. So from that day, 5,000 years back till date, he is still waiting for Lord Krishna. If that was the situation with us, what we will do? Maybe one day we wait. Second day, see, I think maybe he is delayed. Let me have something. So Krishna's friends, loves him so much that they cannot be without him. So this is a very beautiful temple that is there of Puncharika Lota Baba. Okay, next one. So this is on the way. You can see so many beautiful cows and monkeys. And Ambika took the rickshaw for some time because she said her legs were paining. So there are the rickshaws that are available all through. So in the middle, if you really feel that your legs are aching, you can actually take the rickshaw or toto. There is beautiful peacock. You see here, peacocks are there. So it is said that during the Parikrama, if you see a peacock, if you see a cow, and if you see water together, that means what? Krishna's friend. So you have to see a peacock, you have to see cow, and you have to see water. If you see all these three, that means really Krishna is there and you can feel happy that you have taken his. That is a beauty. Then Mukaravan temple in Chatipura. So this is a very beautiful temple. Mukaravan. Mukaravan means what?
Lotus face.
Sorry, lotus face. So Krishna is very beautiful. Right? Krishna. Krishna means, what does Krishna means? He is all attractive. So this particular temple, Mukaravan temple, it is also popularly called as Chatipura temple or Giriraj temple, in the very place where Krishna actually held the Govardhan for 7 days and 7 nights. So here what people do is they bring lotus of milk and do the abhishek. and it's a very, very nice. It's so crowded. Crowded means there is not an inch of space. You will have to literally, the crowd will push you and you can do the Abhishekam. So it's a densely crowded, and this is considered to be the center of this entire Govardhan hill. And if you see this, Mukharman temple, there's a huge rock formed which actually looks like a face of Lord Krishna, on which actually we do the Abhishekam. So this place is very famous for jalebi. And this jalebi is made of what? It's made of potato. It's very, very nice and tasty. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to eat. But it is said that this jalebi potato is actually is a special dish that is offered to the Supreme Lord. And it is nice to have this prasadam. Then you can see these are some of the dishes that are offered to Lord, Supreme Lord. What does it look like? Only sweets. What are they? Sweets. Only sweets. So can you make any guesses what types of sweets are there? Jalebi, rasgulla, gulab jamun, Mysore pak, laddu, halwa, payasam, jangri. Sorry? Mysore pak. What else? Sorry? Shrikand. Yes. So all these are actually offered when? On the day of what? Govardhan Puja. So with so much of love and affection, the devotees actually offer. And if you see the picture on the left hand side, this particular mountain is made only of sweets. Made only of sweets. So Krishna loves sweets so much that one day he decided that I will only eat sweets. He was so fascinated with these lovely milk products that were made by these gopis. He said, today I am only going to be eating sweets from morning 6 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock. So this is the beauty. So now it's prasadam time. So now we have covered at least more than 10 kilometers. You are very tired. Yes or no? Yes, right? Finish the class fast, Prabhuji. Prasad was waiting there. Yeah? So, what is the specialty of the restaurants that serve this prasadam? One is potato samosa, then kachori, then jalebi, then laddu. And what is this one? Peda. So you can find this in all the restaurants that are there, and you can actually indulge. So let us go have prasadam now. Virtual prasadam. Are you happy with virtual prasadam? No, right? Real prasadam you want, right? Okay, very good. So you have seen the Prabhuji is making some nice hot jalebi, really hot jalebi, and it really increases our appetite to indulge. Okay, now it's not enough that we only speak about ourselves. We have to speak about some other important personality in Braj. Who's the important personality? Monkeys. See, the monkeys in the city of Vrindavan, they only take your chashma. So you have to be careful, take the chashma. If I remove my chashma, I cannot see most of you. Okay? So you have to keep it safely. The monkeys of Govardhan, they are very good with chips. They will not disturb you, they will not take your chashma, but they take only your mobile. So we have to be very careful with our mobile. Don't take your mobile out. So what happened? When I was walking, it's a very funny incident which actually happened. So I was very, very hungry. Right? My family and the other group of devotees, they went and had samosa, kachori, jalebi, everything. I said, I am not going to eat because when I am walking, I want to be as stomach empty as possible. But I was feeling hungry. So there was a vendor who was actually selling chiku. So I purchased some 6 chikus. I thought I will eat. I bought this chiku it was a black cover. These monkeys are trained. Anything inside a black cover, that's eatable. So the minute I bought, one monkey was looking at me, he started coming and saying, about to grab my bag. So somehow the other I hit, he was looking at me. How dare you? You are buying the chiku and you are not giving me? And so it was a very nice episode. So one monkey was there This monkey, what is it doing? It is not Anand, yeah? So this monkey was very happy to get the banana. After it got the banana, what did it do? It started honoring the prasadam. After that, what happened? After eating prasadam, what we normally do? What do we do normally? Sleep. Anymore. So it started sleeping. After sleeping, what had happened? It's very happy. That's very more. Because all these things is completely energized to do some naughty crime. So this is the specialty of Vrindavan monkeys. See, when we talk about monkeys, all children are coming closer now. Okay. So next we have to go to Uttamkund. Now Uttamkund, what had happened? I had a personal experience. This Uttamkund, it's a very, very beautiful story about this. We will discuss about it. In Uttamkund, I actually got down to the kund and I slipped and I went inside. I was almost up to my hip deep. I was covered with water. Thankfully, one Prabhuji caught my hand. Otherwise, gone case. Really, actually happened to me because these floors are very slippery. You have to be very careful. So this was my experience and Krishna saved me actually. So if you see here, this is the beautiful deities of Radha Krishna and Uddhavji. He's called as Gulbalata Shri Uddhavji. So here, so these are the pictures. These two Prabhujis actually caught my hand when I actually fell down into the Kunda. And if you see here, very beautiful. When Uddhava was reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam for the queens of Lord Krishna, by the tears of this kund, by his tears, this kund was formed. So he was actually in complete ecstasy. So here, Uddhava was so overwhelmed by seeing the devotion of gopis. So Krishna wanted to bring down the pride of Uddhava. Because Uddhava was also a great devotee. But he always thought he was the greatest. So Krishna told him, you go to Vrindavan and have some experience. So he went very happy that, oh, I am the greatest devotee, see Krishna has sent me on picnic. But the minute when he saw the gopis, he realized that he is so insignificant compared to the bhakti, compared to the prem that they had towards the Supreme Lord. So when Lord Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan to deliver his message to the gopis, Uddhava stayed there for 10 months. He realized that he had no love for Krishna as compared to the gopis. Uddhava was very famous as being a great devotee, but when he saw the Brajvasi's love, he felt that he had no love. So when a materialistic person sees someone having something more in the same area, he becomes envious. But in case of Uddhava, it was completely opposite to that. He said, now learning from the bhakti, the prem that these gopis are displaying, I also want to get inspired and I also want to become a good devotee. So this is Vaishnavism. This is Vaishnavism. We have to get inspired. If some devotee is doing some activity nicely for the Supreme Lord, we should not become envious of them. We should also try to imbibe some qualities, have some engagement with them and try to serve the Supreme Lord more dearly, more nicely. Okay, the 5 minutes are finished. So here next to the Uddhav Kund, there is a very nice Goshala. There are more than 100 cows. More than 100 cows. And you have the opportunity of feeding these cows. This particular, it's not a grass, I don't know what it's called. There's a particular feed which cows really love. So this Prabhuji was actually, we bought more than some 200-300 rupees worth of this grass. And when we just saw when the cows see this green color, all the cows came near the wall and they wanted to eat this particular grass. And this Prabhuji is actually painting Gomata with so diligently. He was actually drawing this beautiful picture of Gomata. Next is Namadev temple. Namadev, you know who's Namadev? Namadev is a great poet, a Maharashtrian poet who actually made so many abhangs in praise of Lord Krishna. So there's a very beautiful temple here. So Radha Krishna temple, and on the left hand side you can see, on the right hand side you can see Sri Namadev. So here if you see, this is some of the pictures that we took. This Prabhuji is called as Amala Prabhu. Amala Prabhu is a chartered accountant, and he is fully. He was the one who took us. He's actually associated as a full-time devotee in Ujjain temple. He was the one who took us for this Parikrama, and there were other devotees who accompanied us all through, which made it very nice. So always whenever we go for Parikrama, you have to go as a group. About at least minimum 10 people if we go, he will not feel the strain, he will not feel tired, he always get more motivated, we crack jokes, we eat prasadam together, we can jump together, dance together, sing together, we did some kirtan also. So it's very nice engagement when we actually go with a group of devotees, like-minded devotees. It's actually a very, very beautiful experience. So then we have a temple, actually it's called the Jagannath temple, where we have the Murti of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See how beautiful Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. And this temple, if you look at it, it's actually like our temple of Puri Jagannath. Right? The same style, very beautifully built temple there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's so blissful. The golden avatar, if you can see him, you will feel so nice. Your heart will melt if you are actually just going and doing some meditation. If you do the if you do your japa in this temple, you will feel so blissful and very nice. Then comes Shamkund and Radhakund. Shamkund, Radhakund ki very special place of Giriraj Govardhana Parikrama. It's considered to be the eyes of the peacock, right? Shamkund and Radhakund, they are actually very, very beautiful kundas. So the kund, actually a small lake or pond, Radhakund and Shamkund, are sacred ponds near over the hill, personally created by Srimati Radharani and Krishna, following the slaying of the bull Arishtasura. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bathed in these waters, following his directions. Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami renovated the Radhakund and Shamkund. So very, very beautiful. Because when we always glorify, right? When we actually do the prayer, so we always glorify Radhakund and Shamkund. So they are very, very important kundas where Srimati Radharani and Krishna have personally engaged in the waters of this particular kunda. So this is the other view of Radhakund. This is the view of Shyamakund. So these are pictures that we took there. Then Kusum Sarovar. Don't worry, the Parikrama will end in the next 2 minutes. I know all of you are very tired. So Kusum Sarovar is a place where the gopis picked flowers from Kusum Sarovar before going to Radhakund and Shamkund. So what used to happen? Srimati Radharani and the gopis always used to pluck the best fragrant flowers for Lord Krishna. So what does this signify? Love. One is love, and what's the other thing? It is actually the quality that matters and not the quantity. So whatever is there, they used to give the best for Krishna. So we also should imbibe that. Whatever is best available in the stores, let us pick up that for Krishna's Bhoga. We have to have that heart because He is the one, He is the creator. He is our Supreme Father. So we have to make our Supreme Father very, very happy. So let us always have that quality attitude. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bathed in this lake during his Brajamandal Parikrama in 1515. So Narada Muni became qualified to witness the confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna by bathing in this river. Ashtavakra Muni performed great austerity at Kusum Sarovar while waiting for the appearance of the divine couple, Radha and Krishna. So Lord Shiva is also meditating here. You see here. So this is the end of the Parikrama. If you say here, Govardhan, what is it in Hindi? Govardhan, Keert mein aapka swagat hai. Because we start from where did we start? Dangati, and we end in Dangati. So it makes a complete overall circle. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare So this is the executive summary of the Govardhana Parikrama. There is so much more to tell, but we have very limited time. So So my humble prayer to all of you, please let's plan a trip. Our Prabhuji is here, Anutama Baba Prabhuji is there. He took us last time to go there, and because we were so inspired, we went again. So we all also should feel inspired to visit these holy dams and really get the blessings of Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.